Welcome back. I'm Teresa, a clinical sleep coach, and here are the top 3 tips for better relaxation so you can get to sleep while wearing your CPAP machine. We know that wearing your CPAP machine can help you breathe better, sleep better, and live a healthier, happier life. We also know that it can be pretty tricky to get used to the machine and fall asleep, especially if you're experiencing symptoms of insomnia, discomfort, or anxiety. So, this quick video will explain the top 3 proven tips for relaxation. Here's what we're going to cover in the next few minutes. Number 1 is mindfulness and breath work, specifically diaphragmatic breathing. Don't worry, this sounds a lot more complicated than it is. Number 2 is the cognitive shuffle technique. This is going to help to distract you from the discomfort you're feeling and or the rumination and the racing thoughts that you might be having. And lastly is desensitization techniques. These can help you to become accustomed to your machine to reduce your anxiety, help you relax, improve comfort, and build confidence that you can successfully use your CPAP machine. First, mindfulness and breath work. So let's get into it. This one is very simple. For mindful diaphragmatic breathing, I want you to place your hand on your chest and the other on your abdomen, just like the woman in the video here. I want you to inhale deeply through your nose, focusing on expanding your diaphragm, which is basically right between your 2 hands at this point. If you are doing this, you'll notice that your belly is rising a little bit more than your chest. We don't want to just breathe into the top of our chest. We want to fill up our whole body, having that diaphragm really expand. That's right between our lungs and our belly. Then you're going to exhale very slowly and completely. Ideally, we'll do this through our nose, but you can also do it through your mouth if the nose is unavailable, if it's clogged, or you just have, some discomfort with that. Now, as you're doing this deep inhale and this slow exhale, I want you to make a note about how the air feels going into your body, how grateful you are for the healthy sleep you're about to get. Not only that, you can also express a little bit of gratitude just for yourself for taking the steps to improving your sleep and doing things that are going to help you feel better during the day so that you can live a healthy, happy life. I want you to visualize success. I know it sounds silly, but you can actually train your mind to believe that you are comfortable and successfully wearing your CPAP all night long. And the more you believe it, the more you think about it, the more it can actually happen, the easier it will be to actually happen. So give that a try. I want you to visualize successfully wearing your CPAP and waking up refreshed in the morning. I want you to visualize sleeping peacefully with your CPAP machine as you're doing these slow, deep breaths. And again, this can help you to reduce anxiety and build confidence so you don't give up. Now, if you're having trouble with the mindfulness part of all of this, you might want to try something called the cognitive shuffle technique or the ABC game or the alphabet game. These techniques can help to distract your mind from stress, discomfort, racing thoughts, overthinking. So it is pretty common and pretty effective. This is designed to help distract, as I mentioned, your mind from those things that I just mentioned, the overthinking, the discomfort. So here's how you do it. While you're lying in bed with your CPAP machine, I want you to pick a random neutral word that has at least 5 letters, like apple or blanket or tacos. The word should be simple. It should not be emotionally charged. So we don't want to select words that have political meaning or like a hot topic in your household or something that's going to make you sad. So you want to begin thinking of other words that start with the first letter of your chosen word. For example, if you chose apple, you might want to start visualizing and thinking other things that start with an A, like airplane or artist or anchor. And as you think of each word, I want you to imagine a picture of that word, of that item in your mind. For example, again, if your word is apple and that starts with the letter A, you're going to imagine an airplane. You're not just going to say it in your mind, you're going to envision an airplane and an artist and an anchor, as I mentioned. Now, the quick tip to this is really to just keep it simple. Don't overthink or stress about it. Those images should be quick, simple, easy. If you get to a letter and you can't think of something, move on. If you thought of one or two other things, other items, and you can't think of anything else that starts with a certain letter, move on. The point is not to be perfect. The point is just to focus and to distract from other things. Now, if you get to a word and you just don't feel like it's really working for you, you want to find something easier, you keep forgetting where you are in place of that word, you can do it in the alphabet instead, the ABC game. So it'll start with A. I just went over A. And then as soon as you think of a few words for that, a few items, we'll move to B, then C. Now, of course, you're going to continue this process of thinking of these words and visualizing them letter by letter. And if you get through all the letters of the alphabet or the word that you're using, you can start again with the same exact word or alphabet, or you can use a new word. Again, we don't want to stress here. It's just to keep your mind occupied with something mundane so that you can't, at the same time, be worrying about your to-do list or how the mask feels on your face, for example. This will help it become easier to drift off to sleep as you're getting used to your routine. Now, I hope that this will help you. I hope that you only get halfway through the ABCs when you do this. But if these things aren't just for you, we can also try one more option here, and that is desensitization techniques. Now, this is more of a long-term game here. When you're desensitized to your CPAP, you are more relaxed and comfortable with it, and that can then help you to relax. So these are strategies designed to help people become accustomed to your device so it's easier to use overall, which is going to help you in the long run, but also first getting used to your new machine. So, as I mentioned before, we know that CPAP is incredibly effective. It can improve your sleep and the quality of your life. It can actually extend the length of your life and actually prevent other medical conditions. So it's really important that we get used to the machine and that we don't give up so that we can successfully use this overnight. We want to use these desensitization techniques to help you get more comfortable so that you can relax and get into that deep quality sleep that we want. So here's a few tips. First, we want to just start with gradual exposure to the machine, to the mask. I would actually recommend, if you're really feeling uncomfortable, to just start with the mask. Don't even plug it in. So you'll wear your mask just for a short period of time throughout the day. Again, a very neutral time period. Maybe it's right after dinner or while you're picking out your clothes for the next day. Just wear your machine so you get used to the feel on your face. Then you can get used to the mask on your face. Then you can wear the mask with your machine plugged into your machine, but with the machine off. Again, just to get used to the feel, to get used to where everything is around you. I want you to put this on and plug it into your machine with your machine off. But while you're laying down, while you're relaxing, again, maybe you're reading a book, maybe you're watching TV. At this point, there's no pressure to use it correctly. There's no pressure to instantly have better sleep or to start feeling better or to feel any sort of way because you know that the mask is connected to the machine, which isn't even on. So this will help you, again, slowly get used to it. Then, of course, I want you to turn the machine on. Now, you can do this while you're awake doing other things and not going to sleep yet if it makes you too nervous. You can wear your CPAP machine while it's turned on, while you're awake, while you are watching TV or listening to calming music, for example. Now, I only want you to do this for a little while because, of course, the point is to fall asleep and go to sleep. But if you can, while you're in bed, do this relaxing activity or do it in a comfortable seating position, maybe in your living room, just a little bit before bed, just so, again, you get used to how it feels. So it's not so jarring when you try to go to sleep later. Now, this is not necessarily a technique, but something to remember and to set your mind at ease is that you have options. Sleepplay.com has a ton of different masks and comfort accessories to help you successfully use your CPAP every night. So if something isn't feeling right, if something is just uncomfortable, if something's not working the way you want it to work, don't get frustrated and quit because you have other options. So talk to your doctor about these alternative options and for your accessories as well as the pressure of your air.